Hi everyone, this is Arpad from Starpath Academy. And today I wanted to share a quote with you, but also some ideas of what's going on and how nothing new is under the sun, really. So here's the quote. Tomorrow, everyone who is beautiful will come under suspicion, as will those with talent and those with character. Don't you understand? To be called beautiful will be an insult. Talent will be called a provocation, and character an outrage, because it's their turn now. And they will appear everywhere, from everywhere, emerging in their hundreds of millions and more. Everywhere. The ugly ones, the talentless, those without any character. And they will throw vitriol in the face of beauty. They will tar and slander talent. They will stab through the heart of everyone with character. They are here already, and there will be more of them. Be careful. That was a quote from Márai Sándor, a Hungarian writer. And this originated from the turbulent times of the 40s in Europe. And while Europe was being, the very fabric of Europe and societies were being pulled apart by two different ideologies that had their own vision to rebuild the future. And people were left there without the old foundation and just with the promises of new ideals and new societies that were supposedly there to help them. Actually, Márai Sándor was interested in the ideas of socialism in his early years. However, later, of course, soon enough, he realized how the product of it was working against the actual people during communism. So he became a very vocal adversary of extreme ideas and communism. He was actually broadcasting through Radio Free Europe into the countries stuck behind the Iron Curtain, living under communism. So nothing new is under the sun, you know. People went through many things before, which almost make things worse, because it feels like there could be at least a layer of the population that should learn from the past and make sure that nobody ever repeats it. So it's disturbing, but also comforting in some way, because you can use the lessons learned from these people and see what they did, how they fared. But also it tells you the story how you should revise your stance, maybe your political stance, your economic stance on things based on new information or new surroundings that you have. So you yourself need to self-reflect in what you believe in from time to time. But that also is true with the asset classes that you have invested in for all your life. Things might change suddenly. So you want to make sure that you're not just following ideas that were put down in the past and you agreed with them at some point, right? You want to make sure that you revise what you believe in and what you invest in, because things change. And being flexible, being sure that you can adapt to new environments, is the only guarantee that you will survive. And then hopefully help other people as well. And within the same asset class, when you are investing, you might have fallen in love with some company, some equity, but also it could be a certain cryptocurrency that had a promise of delivering something, right? But in the meantime, in the company policy has changed, right? How they promote ideas have changed, and what they stand for now have changed. Same goes with cryptocurrencies. Maybe you need to revise what exact project or currency you are investing in. Are you falling in love with the name of the cryptocurrency or its ideas, what it or the problems that it's trying to solve? Maybe later on there are better currencies that are trying to solve the exact same thing at a better approach. I'm not saying change just because I'm saying change. I'm saying revise it every so often, so that you make sure that you stay on the path that you want to stay on and you're not being dragged with the current. Same is true for silver, gold, and other monetary metals and so on. They, of course, themselves don't change. However, how society looks at them change. Something that might have been, not even touched a couple of years ago, tens of years ago, might become very attractive, or vice versa. Each of these asset classes have their own features, right? Have their own problems that they solve. When we talk about precious metals or cryptos, a lot of people on the other side come and comment how we don't understand this, or how in these cases the other one would be better. We are conditioned from school to choose this or choose that, Actually, the word is de-cide. If you know Latin, cide, uccide, means kill. Siding with someone. Siding means that there's a branch and you cut one branch and you go on the other branch. Whereas choosing doesn't mean that you cannot go back or you cannot have both. You're choosing to put your attention on this one now, but the other one is not sided, not killed yet. So when you have your portfolio, right, every so often you need to revise it, right? And don't fall into the trap of one or the other. Make sure that you are choosing and not deciding. You're choosing percentages, you're choosing options, you're choosing your portfolio, and how much is this, how much is that, and how much is the other in your portfolio. And based on your assessments, feel free to change it every now and then. So I wanted to talk about, because even Márai Sándor has changed, right? His perspective, and how many people have changed their perspective during those times in Europe. You have to be flexible, but you have to also prepare and know there will be people who are not interested in reason. So make sure you have prepared both spiritually, mentally, and very important, physically, so you can help your family, your loved ones, everyone around you, and yourself. Talk to you next time.